Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Hoping everybody's having a blessed Monday. Um, I see that they are protesting in my city. They protested in my city yesterday. Um, didn't think that word was, but it was a peaceful far as I know. I wasn't there. It was a peaceful protest. And actually, the police around here they was they didn't bother the protesters. They actually, someone was clapping, they didn't bother them and everything. And it was peaceful. I mean, from what I've seen on Facebook, people had made little videos of it and put it on Facebook. It seemed like it was a very peaceful demonstration, and people had signs. They had like a little, somebody was down there giving a little speech downtown. And then, it was quite a few, and it was people of all races down there. It was white people, black people, people of all races. So I was glad to see quite a few white people was down there. I was glad to see that. And, a lot of white people don't, is against, what happened and feels bad about what happened. And so I'm really glad to see that. Um, there was no um, looting or violence, and I'm really glad that there wasn't, because uh, this city, we ain't got we ain't got too much going on in this city as it is. So we didn't need that. We didn't need that. So I'm glad it was peaceful. I'm glad it was peaceful and everything. And other cities could probably take an example from my city. Um, They had in Grand Rapids. It got a little wild in Grand Rapids. Grand Rapids got wild. It got wild in Grand Rapids. They did some rioting and stuff, and some violence up there in Grand Rapids. It got kind of crazy in Grand Rapids. Flint, I think Flint. I don't know. I think Flint was peaceful, but I'm not sure. But yeah. But my city was pretty. It was pretty. It was pretty. I get. I say. Well, Flint is east from where I live. Flint is east from where I live. So I don't know. In Grand Rapids is north. I mean west. Did I say north? Grand Rapids is north. Is west, not north. West. Grand Rapids is west from where I live. Flint is east from where I live. So that kind of gives you a little idea. I'm still not comfortable with sharing my city, but but yeah, it was pretty peaceful. I was pretty glad. I was pretty impressed by the fact that it was peaceful, and everything. And I just wish that other cities would follow suit. I just wish that other cities would, um, follow suit and decide to have a peaceful protest. And because violence is not the answer. Violence is not the answer. They were interviewing. They were interviewing George Floyd's brother on Good Morning America, and he was saying that he wouldn't have wanted that because he was about peace. They say he was about peace and everything and motivation and everything, and he wouldn't have wanted people to do all that. So, and I'm in agreement to that. God does, at the end of the day, God does not approve. And I know everybody is not trying to be pleasing to God, but, He will hold them accountable. I mean, in the end, they will be held accountable. So we got to just be careful. People got to be careful what they're doing, because at the end of the day, they're going to be held accountable. So we just got to be careful what we're doing. I mean, I'm just as outraged as everybody else about it. But I don't, being a Jehovah's Witness, I don't rally, or we don't, you know, protest and things like that. But I'm just as outraged as everybody else. I'm just as upset and outraged as everybody else. Now, I spoke out about it on Facebook, because I'm gonna do that. My whole MO. I'm gonna keep it 100. So I did speak out about it on Facebook, but you know, so I just hope that this is a wake up call for. I I hope that this is a wake-up call for the system. I hope that this is a wake-up call for the government. I hope that this is a wake-up call for the system, because that's what this is. That's what that is systematic racism. And I just hope that there is a message, that they get the message. That I hope that they get it, and that they realize that this stuff cannot continue to happen. This has happened to too many of our people. This has happened to too many black people, and it has to stop. And so I just hope that as a result of all this, they now understand the seriousness of the situation. And you know, we're tired. Black people are tired of all that. Black people are tired of dying and getting beat up and everything, and you know, for no reason. We're tired of systematic discrimination. I put on Facebook, all forms of racism needs to stop. There's other forms of racism. All forms of racism needs to stop. All of it needs to stop. Stop stereotyping us. Stop generalizing us. Stop assuming that we're all criminals. All that needs to stop. You know, bottom line. So I just hope that the government and the system got the message that change does need to take place. We do need to have some serious changes. But, you know, only time will tell. I mean, stuff like this has happened before and they didn't get the message. So when Rodney King got beat up by the police back in the early 90s, and they acquitted those cops, and they rioted real bad in LA back then. And they still turn around and continue to do the same thing. So they might have, but this time it was nationwide. It was all over. They've been doing it all over the country. They've been doing this all over the country. So, and when my town does it, when my city does it, then, you know, yeah, they're doing it all over. So we need to, and a lot of white people are in agreement. A lot of white people are in agreement that there is some much needed change that needs to take place. So I really am touched, and I'm really glad that a lot of white people do realize that, you know, change needs to happen. You know, this needs to stop. You know, we need to come together. You know, the races are more powerful together than they are divided. We all come together as human beings, as a human race, as people. Oh my God, we can move mountains. If everybody was to come, all the races of people was to come together, well, we can accomplish so much. We can accomplish so much. You know, it takes more energy to hate. It takes more energy to hate than to love. So we just got to heed. If we would follow God's command of loving thy neighbor, love thy neighbor. If we love thy neighbor, if we just go by that simple command from God, love thy neighbor, man, we could move mountains. It's a wake-up call, you know. Let me know. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know if wherever you're from, your city, if your city had protesters, if it was peaceful or if it was violent. Sound off in the comment section. Let me know what happened in your city. You know, did they protest? Let me know, and let me know what your thoughts are. You know, let me know what your thoughts are on this whole situation. Okay, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. Hit the like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you will be notified every time I do a video. All right, stay tuned. I got some more interesting video topics coming up. Peace and love. This is Sweet Jim.